Well, I think that a lot of this has been covered, Darren, in the previous exchanges, and I think the most important thing is to keep up the pressure and to try and get a sensible solution.
I mean, it's disappointing that that Labour on that side of the chamber are wobbling now on Heathrow after such a long period, 7 years, the last 7 years of us all working together to oppose Heathrow expansion. But I'm just wondering what thoughts you've given to working with the majority of the Assembly who still strongly oppose expansion to make that case. For example, will you ask TfL to examine the case for a legal challenge around the issue of air pollution, for example?
We are going to be watching that space, Darren. I don't want to make any particular commitments on legal challenges, though you'll recall that in the past City Hall has funded, both under the previous mayoralty and under this mayoralty, the 2M movement and other groups that have campaigned for better air quality and for no more runways at Heathrow.
Yeah, I can understand why you don't want to go into the legal possibilities now, but given that there could well be some sort of legal challenge from someone, can you get TfL to examine the evidence in the light of the Supreme Court's air pollution judgment and what the Davies Commission recommendation means in the light of that recent Supreme Court judgment?
Yes, I certainly think that the Supreme Court judgment on air quality was extremely damaging to the case for Heathrow, and is very, very difficult, as I think even Howard acknowledges, very, very difficult to square with the expansion of the airport.
And could you, for example, commission an independent assessment of the local air pollution implications of a new runway at Heathrow Airport? We've got precious few months left now in this term to really make the case on this, and I'm urging you as Mayor to deploy all the resources of the GLA group available to speak up for Londoners on this, to make the case for London on this, and do everything to ensure that a third runway never goes ahead. Well, I'm grateful to you, Darren, for that, and you have my absolute assurance that we will go ahead on that basis. And I have to say that I think many West Londoners will be, and indeed many people in South London, people across the city who haven't yet experienced aircraft noise but would under these proposals and would experience very serious aircraft noise. I think they will be listening with incredulity and deep disappointment to what is now being said by the Labour Party, who are proving once again to be the tools of the unions, the tools of the trade unions. Yeah. Well,
okay. Can you be just?
Can I just finish my question?
Yes. Can Assembly Member Johnson just finish his question? Then I'll take a point of information. Was that Mr. Duval? I've seen you, Assembly Member.
I mean, obviously there's got to be some serious campaigning on this, but I think there's also got to be some serious evidence gathering and some serious serious research done. So I hope you will, we can all work together on that to put the case. And can I also stress that it isn't simply a West London issue. There are many people in South London and South East London now are hugely affected by the noise from Heathrow, and together we really need to make the case against Heathrow expansion on grounds of noise, on grounds of air pollution, and on grounds of climate change.
Well, I wholly agree, and see you at the barricades, Darren. I think it's going to be a campaign that will. And I have to say, genuinely, I think that the single most likely outcome is that nothing will happen anywhere at present, and that is very sad.
Okay, can you stand and put